Welcome back, barbecue family, to Put Sage on a Barbecue. I'm Sage, as always. We're going to have some fun today, but first off, I had something happen a couple days ago that kind of threw me a little bit. Someone actually recognized me from YouTube, from this channel. So, I've been kind of thinking about that for the last couple days as far as what that means for the channel, for the content, for the direction. And after giving it some thought, I just wanted to come to you guys and just let you know that it's not going to change anything. I guess I'm a YouTube star now, but that is what it is. I guess that just comes with the territory. So we're just going to move ahead as scheduled. I'm not going to change anything. Nothing's going to be different. So again, let's do some cooking today and let's have some fun just like we always do. Same old, same old. Thanks for joining me. Sorry about that intro. Just having a little bit of fun. But that is true. Someone did recognize me from the channel, which is pretty cool. As you notice, you're joining me in the car. So that's a little different. That's new for me. I guess we're doing it Sam Sulek style. If anybody watches any kind of bodybuilding videos, you probably know who that is. My son's a big fan, so we watch a lot of them. But anyway, I digress. Just wanted to take a minute before we head to the store here. Again, just to thank you for anybody who watches this, who subscribes to the channel, supports the channel. I really, really appreciate you. I do this, because it's fun to do. And, I'm learning. I'm my worst critic. The videos, I feel like they're getting a little better. And when I'm hard on myself, I've looked back at other YouTubers' channels, particularly in barbecue. And when I scroll back like 6 years, their videos look like this. So I'm kind of learning to give myself a little break. You'll notice I do have a new little accessory here. So hopefully the audio sounds a little bit better. So again, learning as I go. But anyway, I'm going to take you to the store with me and we're going to get some chicken, I think, today. I'm going to use the propane smoker because, of the two I have at home, that's one of them. We're going to do some, I think, garlic and herb, which is a little bit different. You get traditional barbecue flavors quite a bit with barbecue.
You have to have a lighter.
A lighter?
Is that you, Dusty?
No, I'm not Dusty.
I'm Dusty. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You are.
So that happened. As always, folks, thanks for joining me for live television, uncut and unedited. I'm literally on the side of the road. There's a mile in each direction. And this lady comes out of nowhere and, wants to borrow my lighter, which I literally just bought, by the way. I'm not a smoker. I'm really not. A cigar once in a while. So anyway, that's the only reason I had a lighter on me was for the little intro there. But wow. Anyway, we're going to get rolling here. So yeah, she wanted to borrow a lighter and wanted to ride and stuff, So we are going to food fair. I'm going to do something, I don't want to keep saying a little different, but a little different. Because I feel like in barbecue, we are so accustomed to a certain flavor profile. And you've all had it. You know, it's in any traditional rub. It's the cayenne pepper and the paprika and the chili powder. And, you know, so we're very accustomed to that flavor, and it is a fantastic flavor. It works. But I want to shake it up a little bit. I just got to thinking, by the way, I'm going to do chicken of some sort here. But I want to do a garlic and herb flavor. Because I was thinking, of all the chicken I've eaten, one of my favorite flavor profiles is literally oven roasted garlic and herb chicken. It's just delicious. Now, of course, we're not going to do this in the oven. We are going to smoke it. And I do want to clarify one of my favorite, because my favorite kind of chicken is deep fried chicken. Homemade, hand breaded. You know, I'm no fool. So anyway, we're going to go get some chicken, and I'm just, I don't have a lot of time today. It's Cinco de Mayo, which I have like never ever celebrated. I'm not sure why. Well, I am sure why. It's not an American, it's an excuse to drink. So back to what I originally said, I have no idea why I haven't celebrated this before. So a co-worker of mine anyway, her family owns a Mexican restaurant in Milton, West Virginia. So when in Rome, when in Mexico, as they say. So I'm going to go a little bit later. No worries. My son's going to pick me up when he gets off from work. So without further ado, like I say, sorry, I'm just glistening. If anyone wonders, like, how do you just literally shine in your videos? Just have no air conditioning in your truck and roll the windows up. So that makes it nice. But I got the Mountain Dew, so I'm going to live. So we're going to go in the store here, and we're going to get some kind of chicken. Again, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. You know, I'm a fan of dark meat. I'm sure it's going to be dark meat. I just don't like to cook white meat. I will. You know, it's going to happen, especially when you cook a whole chicken or turkey. So you can't avoid it. But anyway, I'm going to get in the store here and get chicken of some kind. Then I'll be back with you. Okay, guys, I think we have a winner. As I said, I'm a dark meat fan. I'm going to go with the quarters this time for something different. Yeah, I think that'll be just perfect. And I think this is perfect. And like I said, guys, make it easier on yourself. This is a 15-minute marinade. That's what I'm talking about. And I was wanting a little bit of the lemon flavor. Kind of had that on my mind. So this is absolutely what we are going with today. Okay, guys, it's happening again. So I'm checking out here. This young man, what's your name again?
My name's Bryce.
His name is Bryce. He recognized me, so I told you guys this is starting to happen more and more. Bryce, I mean, where'd you see me at? Where do you know me from?
I see him all over the place. I mean, everybody knows this guy. Best barbecue in town. I mean,
All right. Thank you, young man.
you're welcome.
So that was my son, Bryce, by the way. His face was so red. Yeah, he was a little embarrassed there. 21 years old. He's a twin. So I got two boys. And Bryce is working today. So yeah, let's have a little fun with him. So anyway, I got the chicken. I got the marinade. So now we're just going to head home. Nothing fancy today. Just going to marinate that for, 15 minutes. Okay, I'll probably go 30. But going to put that on the smoker and just see what comes out. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. That was fun. Anyway, welcome back to my apartment. So we're going to marinate this chicken. It's going to be super easy, quick and simple, easy peasy. Let's check it out. Okay, guys. Super simple, as I've said. Just got a couple of these gallon bags, freezer bags. Got a couple of them so I didn't crowd my chicken too much. I keep trying to remember too, so if I seem like I'm yelling at you, I didn't have a microphone before. So I'm trying to get used to having what I hope will be better audio, so bear with me. Alright, so we got our chicken here. Just going to put a couple of these in a bag. Now I'm kind of wondering if I should put them all in there. Let's give it a shot. See what it looks like. Yeah, I think we can get 4 of them in there. So I think we're going to be okay there. So again, we're just putting these in a bag, just like so. 4 quarters. And we got our 15-minute marinade here. Lawry's, I love Lawry's brand, their salts, their everything. I shook this up. Just going to pour the whole thing in there. Let's see what that smells like. Wow, it smells phenomenal. Really good. So I'm a little bit excited about this one, like I say, because I know what you're saying. I mean, sage, that's it, you know? No mustard, no olive oil for binder, no honey, no nothing. And that's correct. That's what we're doing here. We're preparing this as if we were going to roast this in an oven. And you know I'm right. You know that garlic and herb. Just that flavor. If you've ever, you know, went to a wedding and they had it catered and out comes the garlic and herb chicken. Wow, it's just phenomenal. And that's the good thing about these pre-made marinades. Again, I'm not a hater. You know, I'm all about saving time. And, you know, saving time, saving energy. Back to my point here. The good thing about these marinades is they've got this down to a science, for lack of a better word, as far as like how much garlic and herb, how much lemon. Because if you've ever had any kind of lemon chicken, it's very easy to put in too much lemon. So it's just really tart. You try to make your own marinade, you know, it's just sometimes a little bit more of a hassle. You know this is going to be balanced, at least fair enough. So I'm just going to put this in the fridge, let this rest, marinate about 30 minutes. I'm going to get the smoker going in the meantime. This is another trick I learned here recently, so I'm just going to implement it today for the first time. Give it a shot. So a very famous barbecuer taught me this, not personally, you know, on YouTube, to get that bite through chicken. Aside from changing your temperature, varying your temperature, turning it up, we're just going to take a knife, and they make other tools, but I'm going to poke holes in the top of the skin. So this knife is really sharp, so it penetrates really well. So the concept of this is that the heat can now penetrate down to the underside of that skin and cook that fat out. Because as of now, I mean, this whole covering here of skin just acts like a shield or a sheath. So it's hard for, you know, heat to get up under there. So I'm just going along, just like you would a potato, I guess, when you're cooking a potato in the microwave. I'm just cutting slits in the top of the skin. So again, in hopes that that helps to render down the fat underneath of that skin, so that we're just left with, you know, the skin itself without the fat content. and it will be a little more crispy. Okay, don't have to go crazy. So I'm gonna get this on the smoker. Probably 300, 325, and then we'll check on it here in about an hour. Okay guys, I put it on the smoker. I kind of crowded them in a little bit so that my drip pan will catch a lot of that, the fat that's dripping off there. Because if anybody's ever had a grease fire, you know a drip pan comes in very much handy. So my temperature dropped, of course, sits open the door. But let me try to shut this with my knee now. I'm going with some cherry wood today. And again, like I've always said, just mind your fundamentals of barbecue and you're going to be okay. I could have thrown some hickory wood in there. I could have thrown some apple wood in there, peach wood. You know, I used what I have. Now I think I've learned that as I've went along, you know, that there's no, I don't want to say there's no. Okay guys, got this on the propane smoker, rolling about 325. I'm using cherry wood, it's just what I got. I would have liked to use hickory, something more neutral, just because I'm going with this kind of garlic and herb, but you know, it's not the end of the world. And that's what I talk about when I tell you guys, follow the fundamentals of barbecue, and you know, most of the time it's going to work out good for you. We can debate cherry wood, apple wood, hickory, peach, whatever till the end of time. But as long as I, you know, mind my P's and Q's, and what I mean by that is basically, well, there's two major things that I call the fundamentals of barbecue. Temperature, not the temperature of the smoker. I'm talking about the internal temperature of the meat. It has to be right. I learned that as a barbecue apprentice. I used to, before becoming an apprentice, think that my ribs needed to be cooked to 140, 145 internal temperature. Because after all, that's what my pork loin was, and it was delicious, and it was pork. I didn't want to overcook my ribs. So anyway, they were terrible, they were tough, and I was taught, you know, there's a lot more fibrous tissue, non-muscular tissue, fascia tissue that's in ribs that has to be broken down. So you have to cook that to a lot higher temperature. So I learned that. Also, keep your chamber moist. That's another fundamental. So I call these kind of rules you can't break. You know, it has to be cooked properly to the right internal temperature, or your meat's going to be too tough, or it's going to be even too done, just falling apart too much. You know, I don't want ribs that are falling off the bone literally where you can't even pick up the rib. There is a happy medium there. But anyway, propane, got the smoke going. I can smell the cherry. If you look in here, I crowded them a little because I got a drip pan, water pan underneath that does drip down fat. Anybody that's ever had a grease fire knows that you don't want another one, because this very delicious smelling smoke that's coming out of here that's cherry flavored will turn black, will stink, and my chicken will start to look a little sooty, for lack of a better word, dirty smoke. So I'm going to let that go about an hour. I'm going to check back in, and we'll take a look. So it's been about an hour and a half. It's rolling pretty consistently, 325. I'm going to check on it. There's a storm moving in. So I'm going to open this up here. Boy, I like the looks of it. Look at that. Wow. And again, just a different look than what we're used to seeing. I want to poke it, prod it here. This is hard to do while filming. I'm getting 164 there. Yeah, you can see blood coming out. That means we're not done. So that means keep cooking. Close that back up. Hopefully the rain will hold off a little bit. So we'll check back. I estimate probably another 30 minutes. Okay guys, so I brought this in. Boy, look at the collar. So presentation wise, this is beautiful. So let's see, 186.4, something like that. Again, this dark meat, you want that to be cooked a little more than white meat. Dark meat is made for that. Actually, that brings out the flavor. So you want 180 to 190 for your dark meat. White meat, not so much. You know, white meat, you do good at like 165 probably. I would cook mine to about that. But anyway, so we're going to let this rest a little bit. And then we're going to taste test it. But it looks beautiful. And again, this was just something a little bit different I wanted to do to get the best of both worlds. To get that garlic and herb kind of flavor that's delicious. Plus, you know, that barbecue wood smoked flavor. So we'll let it rest and we'll give it a try. Okay, one last order of business. We're going to do a little taste test here. This chicken looks phenomenal. As I've said, just beautiful collar. And we're trying to get the best of both worlds. You know, that barbecue smoke that we all love. And a little bit of that garlic and herb that we love from, you know, an oven roasted chicken. So I'm sure this is going to be amazing. Oh my goodness. Wow. It's phenomenal. It is very good. I got to tell you that the moisture, it retained the moisture. As you can see, the skin's biting off there pretty well. It's hard to see in this light, but you can see the moisture. And I didn't spray this one time. So that goes to a testament about keeping that cook chamber moist. Right? So we keep the moisture in that meat. I'm just separating this leg here so you can see just how moist that chicken is on the inside. Wow. Just giving you a look at it there so you can see this chicken has just so much moisture to it, so much flavor. Sorry for the insane close-ups, but wow. I'm not kidding you, try this. This is, like I said, it's kind of the best of both worlds. So I hope you guys try this. I have to say, wow. Promise. This is so good. I'm basically not taste testing. I'm standing here eating half a chicken in front of you. I can't stop eating this. I'm not kidding. Like I said, that marinade was perfect. I'm getting that lemon, just a highlight of it, what you would want, not overpowering. It's not making me pucker. I'm getting that garlic and herb. I can't believe how well I'm tasting the marinade. That's the good thing about those marinades is they're so super concentrated. That's why they're a 15-minute or a 30-minute marinade. I went 30 minutes on this, even though it said 15. I could not be happier with how this turned out. Again, with the collar, the flavor, just all of it. And just how much moisture it retained. Excuse me, retained. Got chicken. Chicken in my throat. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to go do the Cinco de Mayo thing. So I'm going to catch the Uber, or I think my son's going to pick me up. But anyway, Join me next time on the channel. Thank you. Thank you very much.